Hey guys, welcome back to Crystal Unfiltered Tarot. Give me just a minute so that I could post the pricing. Wow, that sounded loud. During readings, I will turn off that fan, the noise that you hear. So don't worry. Hi, I was just checking. I haven't even read your messages. Let me check real quick. I needed to. Yeah, I know you're going out. I think I saw. Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm reading your text. Hold on. Yeah, baby. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Good job, girl. Best news ever. That's like better. Do you not see, Bianca? I know that you're on your way or already at where you're going, but I just want to really quickly say, do you not see the last few weeks have been changing for the good? Let's go 3 weeks back, 2 weeks back, 3 weeks back. You spent 3 nights in a row with Dee, doing the whole Halloween things, the show, like all of the things, right? So like that weekend went really good. Then the next weekend, you went to Disneyland, and then you went to the fair, and now I think that was just what days. So that was last weekend, and then now tomorrow, which is Friday, which is the beginning of next week. This next weekend, hi Ria. You get the keys. It's like, look at what has happened in your life in just the last 3 weeks. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing, honey? I'm only going to be on less than an hour, so if anybody wants a reading, put it in now. I know, Bianca, you can't stay, but I'm so excited for you. So excited. But I wanted to say, I saw that you said you've been packing all day. You're very welcome. It's not like you are having like a bad life. It's just that these last 2 weekends were extremely great. And then, yes, you had moments, I'm thinking back to the fair, and you did have a couple of moments because of Dee, but like all in all, everything is going in the right direction. We manifest together everything that has turned out to be true, and it's just life changing to know that like it took a long time, and we were both patient. We both knew what had to happen to lead to this, and now you're finally here, and now it's August, and I already can see what's coming in your future. So next time you come on and get a question, I think you should just see what I can see that's coming, in the next month, or or, by the end of September. We'll go like 1 month at a time. But that is such good news. I'm so excited for you both. So have fun tonight, hanging out with him and his sister. Wait. You could do what? To do that now? Do you have time? Okay, so I'm just texting you. Okay, I'm gonna start getting ready because I know I want to be off within 1 hour. Just to be courteous to my roommate, otherwise I would be on all night long. Back in the day, remember how late we would go? I would get off at 10, 11 o'clock every night. And we would go for hours and hours and hours. It was so fun back then. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm losing my voice. I will try to project as clear as I can. Okay, so I'm going to start. And Jeremiah and I just had like 15 minutes of saging and praying, and then I asked a bunch of pendulum questions for myself, which I normally don't ever do. But it's nothing big, but I just am very have a high anxiety about something that I want to happen tomorrow. So I didn't want to be biased, so I just asked over and over different questions, and it all seems like it's gonna go my way, so hope that it does. I'm gonna say that it will. Okay, so here we go. Let's do that question for you. Let me start the timer. So the question before I start the timer is going to be Jeremiah and Samantha come into these YouTube live, my live stream, my channel, paid question and answer, psychic tarot readings. This one's for Bianca. We want to see, now that she got this great news, and can I say what it is? It's only me, you, and real. It's only me, you, and real right now. Can I say the word M-O? Okay, now that we know that you got the keys and you're moving to a new apartment, to a safer apartment, and that you get to leave all of the yuckiness, even though you're really good at manifesting and self-motivating and all of that self-talk and the stuff you teach me, even though you are very spiritual and stay really positive, nonetheless there's a lot of bad memories in that apartment that has nothing to do with you, that are attached to D. It's almost like getting COVID, right? You don't have COVID, but because D went out and hung out with somebody else, he brought home COVID, and by proxy, you got it. You know what I mean? Because he was out with somebody who had COVID, he came home and then gave it to you. So it's like that negative attachment that he brought in, not meaning to attach to you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm gonna start the question is, Jeremiah and Samantha, it is the middle of August. It is August 15th. That was weird. Okay. Anyways, it's August 15th. It's the middle of August. You're about to move. Other than that, the question is, let's look into the next 30 days. Is the fan bothering you? I can turn it off. Is the fan bothering you? Be honest. If it's loud, I'll turn it off right now. Are you sure? I just have my door kind of just cracked so I could get a little bit of the AC in here, but we don't have central. And I think she's sleeping, so that's why. Okay, let me know though if it does bother you. I will turn it off. Okay, so the question is, let's look into the next 30 days, possibly the next 45 days, like anything that's going to come between now and the end of September. Okay, so let me do the timer. Start at 10.5 minutes. Here we go. All right, Jeremiah and Samantha, please come into this reading. This question for Bianca. What does she have to look forward to that is coming in the next 0 to 30 to 45 days? Other than her moving, what can she look forward to that's going to come into her life in the next 4 to 6 weeks? All right, let's see. What does... Dude, this is the first perfect card. Walking away. Okay? So what we just talked about, having that like the negative energies that did get attached that came through, it's walking away and being happy that you're walking away and closing that chapter so that you can then, of course, move, start a new chapter, and make new memories. Okay, so let's see what comes next. Okay, what's going to happen? What can she look forward to? Okay, so they're still bringing up, even though we already talked about moving, they're still bringing it up. They're saying that they're very happy for you to get the news that you are moving, because if you were to get the opposite answer, like it feels like you feel trapped there, and you've told me you feel like you need to walk away in order to even like become something with D, because there's just so much ickiness. And so this is saying like you are free. You've been freed because now you're taking a new direction in life. Not only moving, but the direction that you're gonna go. I was gonna ask where you are moving to. Is it closer to your work or farther? Is it closer to where you work? The Eight of Pentacles is here. That can be about, it's farther. Okay. So that could be about needing to put in more work, which would be driving farther. But as long as you guys have the same hours, I don't see anything being an issue. So I think that the Eight of Pentacles to the Hermit is that you are going to put a lot of work into growing just in many ways, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, etc. and then it shows in the next 0 to 3 months. This could be 0 to 3 weeks. It's usually 0 to 3. That means there's a lot of things coming in for you. Celebrations, and friendship and bonds that turn romantic. Oh my God. So, okay. So what's going to happen is that now they're bringing D into the conversation. So the hangman is like you've been waiting. You're waiting for him to come in and to show you. She does. You've been waiting for him to come in and show you how he feels, but you have been patient. You knew that he had to let go of that other person, and that he's still in the process of that, but he's at the very end. And I think that the thing that is truly going to set him free as well is moving, because when you guys walk into that new apartment, when you get the keys tomorrow and you're able to walk in, because I would assume you can't walk in, that it had to only been him, but tomorrow you can. And I think that you're both going to have your own purposes of what the meaning is individually. And then, like, for him, it's going to be a new start, no looking back, putting everything in the past and not hanging on to anyone or anything. And I think that you're going to do the same thing, but you both also have other things that you are wanting this new step to bring you, if that makes sense. Okay. And it says that things are going to start coming in quickly. Let me see what else. What else is coming in for Bianca in the next 30 to 45 days? I told you. What did I say? What did I say was going to come after you guys moved? Y'all are going to hook up. You guys are going to hook up. And then he is going to sit and think about, well, why did I do that? Right? And not in a bad way. It's going to be that you guys hook up, and then the next day it's on his mind, because the Seven of Pentacles is like deep in thought, overthinking. I think that he's going to question himself and be like, I told Bianca that I didn't have feelings for her in that way. But now, like, hello, you've hooked up before. But this time is going to be different, because it's going to be at this new house that is going to be blessed and saged and new, and just for you two to experience. You guys are going to be like, where do you want to put this? Where do you want the TV to go? Where should we put this picture? You're going to be like doing this together, and you are going to be feeling like, I'm doing this with my best friend / the man I really want to be with. And I think that at a certain point, it hasn't happened in a long time. Yeah. It hasn't happened in a long time, because he couldn't go there with you, because his mind was on the other person. But now that he's done and he doesn't want to take that to the new place, he only has you to be looking at. So, oh my God, Spirit just said you need to start wearing short shorts. Either you already do or you need to. For Spirit to say that was hilarious. they showed me a picture of you showing short shorts with like a little bit of the cheek out, and that he needs to unconvince his mind that you are only his best friend. He needs to untrain his thinking, and he needs to get attracted to you more. I think that he knows you're beautiful, thinks you're beautiful, but if there's gonna be this twist of like, you're gonna be like, this happened out of nowhere, Crystal. Like, we were just talking or like cuddling. We were just like being cute on the couch. We were gonna watch a movie, and then he just like leaned over and kissed me, and like that went to this, and this. And you're gonna be like, I did not think he had that in him. It's going to be like fucking fireworks. So I want you to know. Okay, I love that. Good. Because they showed me short shorts, and then they also showed me cheeky underwear, like panties that are not a G string, but just the ones that are cheeky. You know what I'm talking about, right? It will. Because he's gonna act out of character. Because he's gonna literally like, I'm not gonna say he's gonna pick you up, but he is gonna like move you like either on the bed or on the couch, and he's going to make the first move, which is huge. So that's good what you said, because they said if you could walk around in, tank top. Time's up, but I'm gonna go on a little bit longer. Okay, I'm so glad. So just the thing I just need you to understand is that he has convinced himself that you are in the friend zone for him. I think he decided and trained his mind to think like that because he is scared to be in a relationship. And so because you guys are so close, he had to almost train himself not to think of you in a romantic way. But once all of this like negativity goes away and you guys move, you're just going to see a different side of him, or maybe a side that you saw when you first met him that's going to come back. Let me pull a few more cards. What else can she expect to happen? And I just mean in general. I didn't know that Dan would come up, but oh, and then I was going to say two good things. Your friend is quitting her job. Your friend. Yes, I totally understand. But it's just he trained his mind to turn off the attraction, even though he knows dead and well that he's attracted to you. Period. But I get what you're saying. He used to be more. Oh my God. So you have that, her leaving, you got a new apartment, you got more hours, right, at work. So we are progressing. We have been seeing that these things were going to happen, and now they've all came true. So let me see. Anything else? One last thing to tell Bianca, because I don't like always bringing her into it. It's just that she's so disgusting. But look at this. This I wasn't gonna really say anything about this. I was kind of gonna leave this out, but now I'm looking at it in a certain way. The Emperor to the Ten of Swords. The Emperor is somebody who takes charge, and being with the Ten of Swords means to finalize something. So this makes me think of D finally making the decision that we've been talking about to completely delete her as if he never knew her. The phone numbers and the pictures are going to be gone very soon. Okay? And then it does show the Magician to the Lovers. Hold on. Anything else? To the Justice. So the Magician is that, like, you're gonna start seeing that the things that you manifest, the things that you say out loud, the things that you want to happen. With the Magician, you're going to be in control of your destiny. And I think that, like, they're just showing me a big rainbow. They're showing me that, like, good days are ahead. Not that you've had bad days, but it's going to be refreshing and nurturing. Like, refreshing is the word they're saying. Like a new look on life. You know what I mean? Just by changing atmospheres. Like when I moved from the motel and the scary area, like you, to here, it's still a scary area, but it was much scarier over there. Okay. So do I feel a lot happier here? Yes. Okay. Anything else? But it was the Lovers to the Justice. So that means that the connection that you feel with D is going to start little by little coming together. And at the end of the day, you're going to get what you want out of it with that Justice card, okay? And the Justice card is followed by the Hierophant, which is commitment. I do think he is scared of getting into a relationship. I think we would need to do another question any other time in the future. I think what they're telling me is that we need to figure out, yes, it is your man. We need to figure out what is blocking him from being in a relationship. Hi, Michelle. I was gonna text you. We need to see what is blocking him mentally, physically, like emotionally. What is blocking him? What is making him so scared about getting into a relationship? And especially with you, what is it, and what is blocking him? What is preventing him? And what does he need at the end of the day in order to cross the line from best friends to lovers and best friends? Okay, Bianca? Thank you. Michelle, are you doing okay, my love? You're welcome. Have fun tonight. But remember, I might not remember that question. Hi, Marissa. I'm still on. I might not remember that question. So remember it, because I think I decided to not send a card or letter. I love that, Michelle. You're finally home? Okay, perfect. I just got done with Bianca's question. If you want to do any questions, text me. Text me what your questions are so I can text you back. I'm going to take a quick few-minute break. if anybody wants to get a question, go ahead and send it in now, because I'm not going to be on late. Michelle, I like that. I'm super happy with that because you're right. If he wants to be with you, he needs to be the magician and he needs to put in the work to earn you back. And you doing nothing, especially on his birthday, I think is a good idea because that will show him that you have accepted what he said he wanted. Because trust me, he is expecting you to be waiting for this day on Tuesday for his birthday to finally come. He is expecting you to show up. He's expecting a present, a letter, card, whatever, phone call, anything. When you don't do anything on Tuesday, that might be what kicks him into high gear. But we can always look into that to see if that's the best um, advice. So I'll be right back. If anybody has questions, send it in because we're going to go straight into questions as soon as I get back. All right. Thanks, guys. Bianca, have a good night. Thank you. Love you too. Thank you. minute, guys. Okay, thank you. Wait, what? Exactly, I'm blocked. I don't know if Michelle's still on here. I texted her. Okay, I'm gonna turn the fan off. So sorry. Much better, right? Does anybody know what's wrong with why it is that loud and how I can fix it? Okay, so Marissa sent in for 2 questions, and then that's all I'm going to do tonight. I will be back on tomorrow, much earlier, but I did close my door because my roommate, I believe, is sleeping. So I'm going to try to be a little bit quieter. Can you hear me at this? Marissa, can you hear me at this voice level clearly? I think I talk too loud in general because people always say, you never say hi. And I'm like, I always say hi. They're like, well, you must talk really low. So now I've been training myself to talk really loud. Okay, Marissa, are you here? I'm just waiting for Marissa to say she is here. Okay, I'm going to call in. I'm waiting for Marissa to respond. Jeremiah and Samantha come into this reading for Marissa. She has 2 questions to ask. We're going to start with the first question, which is just, what is G's? I hope you're watching, honey. Okay, I'm like, I hope you're watching because I don't want to start without you. Okay, so I'm going to not look at texts. I'm not going to probably look at the chat. Don't anybody feel like I am ignoring anybody. I just want to get focused so that I can see visions and I can tap into these people's brains and their hearts and their energy. So I am very ADHD, and so I'm constantly like my attention span is really bad. So I have been trying to train myself to stick okay, to stick to a time allotted for each in-depth reading or yes or no reading. So I'm going to start the timer once I ask the question again. And then when it goes off, I'll wrap it up and then we'll start with the next one. So here we go. Before I start the timer, Jeremiah and Samantha, once again, please come back into these online, my YouTube channel, paid question and answer psychic readings. Marissa's first question is to get a general energy on G, and also once I tap into just his general energy, we want to, in the same question, kind of roll into what his general energy is pertaining Marissa. Okay, so here we go. We're ready. All right, let me start shuffling. All right, Jeremiah like completely came through for me earlier. And I was like, I love you so much. It's like having a best friend, but nobody can see him. He's literally my best friend. He is just like the most amazing spirit guide. I never imagined having that. It's crazy. Okay, here we go. Ooh, so here you are already, the Scorpio. Let's see how this is working. Okay. So first I was getting, okay. So see, some people that I tap into, especially G recently, has been somebody I can tap into really quickly. And I have learned that G likes to control, but not in a bad way, but kind of dominate what he wants to talk about. So even though I was trying to just immediately get just a general read of what's like on his brain, he immediately brings you into the conversation. I love it. I love it. It's it, it's such a crazy feeling to like, and that's typically him. Really, oh my god, I love it. So the first three cards is the Ace of Pentacles, the Death card, which would be the Scorpio, to the Eight of Pentacles. So to me, he is continuing to work on figuring out what to write you, what to send you. And honestly, I've seen this in a lot of men that have not been in contact with the girl for a long time, and they will, just like we saw the other night, they will write a text out or a messenger, whatever, right? A DM, wherever. And they will second guess them like 10 times. So they'll start typing something out, deleting it. Think of something else now, deleting it. And then giving up, which is what he did the other day, right? He ended up not sending anything. So this is him saying, like, we're going to skip to the part about Marissa. Yes. Okay, well, so I'm going to say that to him. Don't worry, don't worry too much about what you send her. All she's looking for is for the opportunity, which is this, to receive a message from you, and she will take it from there. She wants to talk to you. She wants you to send her a message. She wants you to hit the send button. don't worry so much about what is the right sentence to send her. Don't worry about that. Just say anything. Please say something more than just hi or hey stranger. But if that's all you can do, if that's all you can get the guts to do, then fine. Just send it. Because Marissa will be just as dominant and she will make the conversation happen. So forget your insecurities because he's showing me that he has insecurities because he has no idea if you are dating somebody, if you're not, if you miss him, if you don't. And so he's just like really nervous to send you a message. He wants it to come out like this perfect sentence, but there is no perfect sentence. Okay? Oh, really? So you would take that. Okay, there's a guy in my past, and I'm not going to say his name, but since I was a teenager in high school, and every couple of months, he'll Facebook me, Messenger, and say, hey, stranger. And I always take it negatively. I'm like, really? That's all you can say to me? So I never respond. So you're saying that it's a good thing. I never really thought of it that way. Okay, I'm pulling more cards. Yeah. Oh. Hold on. What is this? Oh my god, he still has feelings for you. Strong feelings. Okay, so what's coming up next? Okay, what's coming up next is that he wants to communicate to you that he is sorry that his fears about long distance ended your relationship. But he's saying that if you want to know, he's obviously messaging you because you crossed his mind. Okay, that's true. I always thought, like, just do you have nothing else to say? Like, that's all you could come up with? But I guess I can look at it like that. Okay, so the King of Swords is what is going on in his head. Okay, and he is just wanting to talk about you. He is saying that the feelings he's having about you are like wrong because of his, engagement. He feels like I shouldn't I shouldn't be thinking about Marissa in this way, in this context, wanting to contact her if I like just got engaged, right? He's like, but he totally should. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, don't worry about a G. Just send it. Don't worry about it. Um, Here's his feelings. Can't get any better than this, Marissa. The Two of Cups to the Ace of Cups. He says, I'm if I knew then what I knew sorry, if I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have ended our relationship. He said, I know that Marissa is the one that got away, and it was my fault. I ended it based on fears of the connection failing because of the long distance. And so he's like, if you really want to know what's on my mind, is that I made this decision to get engaged. And if I was that happy, I especially wouldn't be dominating a psychic reading right now about Marissa. Holy crap. He also said sorry with the Three of Swords, it doesn't mean he cheated on you. This is not always about adultery or third party. It's just about heartbreak. And I think that he still has some residue of feeling heartbroken. And I think he has regrets of hurting you, knowing that you needed more time, and that looking back, if he would have given you that time, like at this point, I hate to say this, but he's saying it. He goes, if I would have given her more time to get through the divorce, to get herself back into a good headspace, mentally, physically, emotionally, it could have been, I hate to say this, I don't know if it's going to hurt you or make you feel loved. But he goes, if I would have done that, it could have been Marissa that I got engaged to. What? He's talking to me. Like, I am in his body. And when this happens, I'm in his mind, I'm in his body. And people that don't get psychic readings would not know that I'm in there, but they feel weird. They feel like deja vu. They feel something. Yes, Marissa. So it's like, I knew that that would kind of cut and hurt you, but at the same time, it makes me feel like that shows that he does still have very prominent feelings for you, romantic and emotional. And he's like, I should not be thinking this way because, in a way, it is cheating. I'm not doing anything wrong. Ah, timer went off. I'll try to wrap it up. Okay. G, are you listening? Okay. Marissa wants you to know that she loves you and that I feel that her energy is telling me that she's willing to fight for this relationship, and that at this point, even though you got engaged, that's something that you can get out of. And that if you do, and you want to explore things with Marissa again, she wants you to come contact her. And even if you're confused and you have no answers, she still wants you to, as soon as possible, contact her. He is saying to me that he genuinely does deeply care about you still. Sorry, I'm closing my eyes, but I'm listening, or I'm like talking to him. Okay. He genuinely misses you. He misses the person you were. He misses the way you made him feel, the way you made him laugh, that you guys just had a lot of fun, he's saying. Just like a lot of fun getting to know each other, a lot of fun when you did see each other in person, and that he knows that it was his own fears that ended the relationship, that it had nothing to do with you, or like he doesn't want you to think you did anything wrong or you weren't good enough. You absolutely were. I think that he's saying that he reacted out of fear, and like he's taking responsibility for that, and that he knows that it's out there, okay, about the engagement. He knows that it's out there. And he is saying that he wants to contact you for multiple reasons. One is just he wants to ask you. I'm telling you, he's going to put, hey, stranger, telling you. And then once you respond, he is going to say, do you miss me? And you're going to say yes. Do you miss me? And he's going to say yes. And then I do think he's going to bring up that if you didn't know already, I wanted to be the one to tell you that this happened out of respect for you and out of love for you. I wanted you to hear it from the horse's mouth, from me personally. But I also keep thinking about you. And so basically, you just need to, the golden ticket is going to be just that first message he sends you. Sorry, I've been closing my eyes the whole time. My feelings are still there for him. It'll be 100% his. Aw, you're fine. Such a deep connection between us. And that's why I'm able to connect so good. Because you're open, he's open, and your hearts are attached. Your hearts are attached. Look at the last card. The Four of Pentacles. That means he can't let go of you. Like he should let go of you, right? Because he's supposedly going to be with this girl. But the Four of Pentacles is about holding on to, usually it's about money, but I read cards differently. And that is, he is still holding you in his heart, in his mind. He's not ready to let you go. If he was to find out that you were in a serious relationship, he'd be sad. So basically, the end of this question is all you need from him is a simple message. And then you need to keep the conversation going by talking, by answering questions, by asking questions, and that's how it's going to become more than just one time. Okay? Want to know a funny thing? Him and my brother share the same birthday, and my mom and his dad in heaven. Are you serious? Are you serious? Him and your brother have the same birthday. His your mom and his dad in heaven share the same birthday as well. That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna move on to the second question. That was a really good. I'm glad we ended up doing questions. That was a really good reading. And it's just me and you again. I love when it happens when it's like literally a private reading. Aww. From what? My dad passed in 2020. That was a good ass reading because that's why I closed my eyes, because that's the psychic part, right? Tarot readers are all their, no offense to tarot readers. I use tarot cards as entertainment value and to kind of back up what I'm saying. But when I am connecting and I close my eyes and I feel that I am either in their body or they're in mine, and I can feel their energy. I know when they're tired, happy, um, sad, depressed, um, fucking around, like stressed, anxiety. Yeah, I can feel it all. Okay. And the energy that he carried with me during that question was so honest and so calming. There was no anxiety. This was just his true feelings. And I just feel very relaxed because I know that he wasn't. Some people shove lies up my ass, and I call them out, and I know what they're lying. This guy's very genuine. I understand why you care about him. Okay, let's move on to the last question because it is 8:30 already. He's sweet. Well, and that's why I think you still want another chance, because I know I can't believe that. I just don't want to get yelled at by my roommate. She was sleeping and now I hear her awake. But I have my door shut. Normally I'd have it wide open. I'm sweating my balls off because the AC is not coming in. But anyways, we'll be off within 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to go straight into your next question. Okay, I'm going to do the timer really quick. So the next question is, Jeremiah and Samantha, come back into this reading for Marissa. Second question is, if I could be a fly on the wall. I was going to say, can you send me the name of her, but I remembered it. So G and E. All right, here we go. What's going on in that household between them? What is going on in that household? I know his mom, his brother, and her and him live there. What's going on in that household? And yeah, let's be a fly on the wall. What should Marissa need to know? What's going on? Okay, they're starting with the Magician. I'm going to pull all the cards how I would do in a regular reading. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the cards and tell you the story. It works out better that way. Okay, what's been going on in that household? Oh man, I'm literally dripping in sweat. Yeah, he's very much going, oh my god. How much are they? Oh really? I didn't know that. Well, when the door is open, the air does come in and it is pretty cool. It's not cool enough. Like if I really $20 or $30, I'll look into that. Okay, so back to the reading. He is going back and forth on his decision to get engaged. Okay, so what I think, and I'm gonna say again, is that after we did a reading last time, I had a vision. And the vision was, why did he pop the question not on that vacation? Wouldn't the vacation where you've got friends around, you've got family around, and it could be like in front of everybody in a big way, big surprise, why didn't he do it then? And I had a vision that he was going to, and then he backed out. He backed out, he changed his mind. There was pressure from both sides of them, the parents, the parents. Whoever's involved, I don't know if people are married or any of that. It doesn't matter. There was a lot of pressure Yes, he had gotten the ring like before, but I think he was supposed to do it on that vacation, and he backed out. So now that he decided to go through with it, now he's like, what did I get myself into? Okay. I'll tell you a quick little 2-minute story for me. The guy that I said earlier was my boyfriend that cheated on me and all of that stuff. He took me to a jeweler, had me pick out my ring. He was going to surprise me with a proposal. So stupid. I picked the ring. That is so lame. But anyways, he held that shit over my head on the top of, like, on his bed, whatever that is, the back of the bed, the headboard. There were like shelves, and he left it in a safe, locked, and it was directly over my head. And I was like, "Whoa, spirit! This is like a metaphor that he is just dangling the carrot, just making me wonder when he's gonna do it." And then guess what? We got into one little fight, and he fucking returned the ring. And then we dated for another year. Then I found out he was cheating weekly. Then I left him. Thank God I didn't get married to this fool, right? So I just feel like there is time for him, G, to go back to G. I feel that there is time for G to kind of spend the next like 2 months really thinking about this. Like, this is supposed to be a lifelong, yes, time to run. It's supposed to be a lifelong decision, right? So look at the cards. So the magician started out good, right? That he planned it, that he asked her, she said yes, and it went good. Okay. Then the high priestess to the tower. What that means is he should have followed his gut to run and not ask her, which I think that he did. It didn't make sense to me why he wouldn't have done it on vacation, because this girl, she's not a needy person like Chris's girl, but she would, like, if you asked her, would you rather it be private or would you want it to be in front of everybody? She would want it to be in front of everybody. So I think he's showing me right now. He goes, it was in my luggage. I brought it with me. You are right. I brought it with me. You are correct. But the high priestess, he got a gut feeling not to do it, okay? Which is the tower. And the tower is deciding to not do it. And then people that knew he was supposed to do it or going to do it on that trip, they didn't say anything during the trip because she was there. But afterwards, some family member talked to him and said, "What the hell happened? Thought you were going to do it there." And I don't know what he told that person, but what he's telling me are his secret, like his own secret feelings, is that in that going into it, he was iffy because they weren't getting along. And it wasn't anything crazy, but they weren't getting along. And so then going on the vacation and trying to make the best out of it, drinking and trying to, like, just kind of go with the flow and enjoy it as much as he could. I just think that he had this epiphany of like a gut feeling, yeah, to loosen up, a gut feeling not to do it in front of everybody. And so it shows now from then until now. Well, basically from then until I think now, the Two of Pentacles, which is he's going back and forth. Like, I do care about her. I do love her. She's a great girl. This will work out. And then he goes like this, but I'm not madly in love with her. I do love her. She's a great girl, but I'm not like could this really last a lifetime? I don't think so. So he's definitely going like this right now. Um and he's scared because when he did pop the question, the Ten of Cups is how she reacted, which means she got so excited and so happy because this is something she wanted so badly. And now he's terrified, because like terrified to make the wrong decision, whether going through with it or not. He's scared to make the wrong decision. If I end it and I walk away, I'm the asshole, right? Or I'll be perceived as the asshole. But then if I do go through with it and I end up having to go through a divorce, like that's horrible. And like he's even saying, he's referring to you and he goes, she didn't even have like a huge battle with her divorce, Marissa, with you. Ah, okay, it went off, but I'm gonna finish up. Um, you didn't have like a crazy, 3 kids trying to get support for them, super like assets, businesses, homes to divide up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, the divorce was hard and it sucked, but thank God it didn't have to be motion after motion, like submitting motions, which take you down and like, you know what I mean? But he still saw that it was difficult for you. You let him keep everything when I could have taken him for half of what he's worth. Wow, Marissa. Because that's true. You could never call me a better wife. That's true. And you know what? Because he sat there and walked out on you and stayed married to you for years. For years. Yes, you were. And you will be again. Okay, but the end of it, yours. Yes. Okay. The last cards are the Queen of Pentacles to the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about vows, tradition, marriage. The Queen of Pentacles is her feeling stability now that she thinks she's gonna get married. So I think that he hasn't even thought about this yet, but I do think that this is going to eventually come up. He's going to have to start, like, let's say they say they're not going to get married for a year. But guess what? If she's the type of person who starts, like, there's a lot of freaking women who get proposed to, and within a week, they're starting to find the venue, the DJ, the cake, all that shit. And all of that you have to put deposits down. So I think that right now he's not looking into it as much as he should because it just happened. Yes, you will. Because it just happened. But once people like her mom, and if she has a sister, if she has friends, you know what I mean? Like start going, all right, let's go looking at places, let's do this, let's do that, let's go look at dresses. That's when his nightmare is going. It's just her and her brother. Okay. So it would have to be friends, I guess. Or if he has family. Okay, so she doesn't have a lot of people. The one thing I don't want is for them to decide to just up and go to the courthouse and just get married. That is what will devastate any thinking of a relationship with you. So the two things we don't want, he isn't, okay, good, is an eloping or getting pregnant. Those two we need to make sure don't happen. But I do think that once he finally gets into the mode of, oh my God, she's starting to bring up starting plans, and like I have to cough up some money to put some deposits down, that's when he's really going to start doing this, outweighing the cons and the pros. But right now, he is confused because he went through with it, but he didn't go through with it when he meant to go through with it on that vacation in front of everybody to make it exciting, to make it fun, to have somebody ready, like for everybody to know the plan, for it to have somebody that was going to take pictures, one person was going to take a video. This shit was planned. He shows me his suitcase. There is the ring in the box. He brought it. I am 1000% sure of it. So that shows you that if he chickened out of that because his gut told him don't do this, that's good. It means he's smart and he listens to himself. But then I think that the pressure of everybody knowing he was supposed to do it, I think that he then low key asked her and she said yes. And then that's why you saw it on a Tuesday. It was just low key. Okay, when I told him about mine, he was like, ew. About your divorce or your marriage? On how I got married. Wasn't it at a courthouse? Yeah, okay, I remember. I remember. Yep, you went to the courthouse. Okay, so good. Then you know that that's not what he would do. And I'm just gonna ask. I remember that it was in New York. I remember that story so well, Marissa. Upstate New York on a snowy Friday morning. Wow, I love that. But forget him. Okay, so that was the end. I'm gonna go. But man, we're learning a lot. We are, you know how you said like, oh, I don't really have any questions. It's like when you think that you've already asked all the questions you have, look at how much information we got today that we didn't know 3 days ago. You know? Fucking is some good shit. I just feel that I'm going to say this to Greg. Sorry, real quick, G. My last words to you for tonight until our next reading with you is that you put yourself in a pickle. You made a commitment to one person. You still have feelings and look back on your relationship with Marissa. I don't think that you were fully ready to make such a big commitment with somebody you've only been with for under a year. So I just want you to search your heart and don't worry about location. Don't worry about whatever your little fears are. I just want you to decide who you have more feelings for. If it's not Marissa, set her free. Let her move on to find her next soulmate. Okay? And if it's not the person that you're with and it is Marissa that you care more for, then end what you just did. Take it back. And he goes, Crystal, the one thing, because you will move. Exactly. Yes. G, because she will move to be with you. But the one, now I don't know what the one thing was. Damn it. That's why I don't look at the chat. Damn it. Okay, if I remember, I'll text you. But it was something about the one thing. I think it had to do with him saying, I only want to get married once. I know what he said. He goes, I know exactly what it was. He said, oh my God, I just lost it again. Hold on. It's my cognitive issues. Okay. He is saying that what a schmuck, what an asshole I would look like if I said, shouldn't have done that. I take it back. I don't want that anymore. He's a good guy, so he's saying, like, I would feel like shit. And so part of me knows that I will go through with this because I don't want to have made this big declaration of love and then be the bad guy who changes his mind in the end. But I'm telling him that it's okay to feel what you truly feel. And if that changes and it leads you in a different direction, such as back to Marissa, that people will get over it. Just do it in a kind, genuine way. Let her down. Let E down in a very compassionate, kind way. And then go after what you want and who you want. All right, so that's it. Woo! Okay, I'm going to go right now, Marissa. I need to eat. I love you. I'm so glad we did readings tonight. I tell you, I swear to God, I'm fucking so good. Like, I don't have a lot of, I have a lot of insecurities, but as far as my gifts, I can't make this shit up. You get what I'm saying? I'm not fucking pulling cards the whole time. I can't make this shit up. Every person that people ask questions about, are going to answer differently. They're going to act differently. They're going to have different answers. It's just crazy. So clap for me and my spirit, my psychicness. Good night. You're welcome. I love you, girlie. I need to send you a voicemail of what he sounds like. Yes. To see if the voice you hear is his voice. Okay, yes, do that. Okay, I'm going out. Text me anytime. Send me that. And I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Thank you.